Welcome to Beaux Cajun Cuisine channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, double tap that bell so you can be notified when we drop a new video. All right, thank you for tuning in. What we would like to say today, check out the pictures. Do you see what's going on? Can you guess what we about to cook, baby? Heck yeah, I know you can. Those are bell peppers. We about to stuff those bell peppers, Cajun style, done Beaux style. All right, get out those pots and pans. Let's get the clack, 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 clacking and making it happen. Let's cook. Let's eat. Everybody repeat. It's Vittles time. It's Vittles time. Let's cook. Let's eat. Everybody repeat. It's Vittles time. Watch Stacy. She about to get you going on that meal. Creole stuffed bell peppers. All right, first thing first, we're going to fill up a pot halfway with water. We're going to add in some Louisiana crawfish, and crab and shrimp ball. It's a concentrated mix, so I'm going to use the cap to measure it out. I'm going to go 1 capful, 2 capfuls, and we're going to stop. No more of that. You can go ahead and put that up because that's not needed anymore today. All right, to this water, we're going to also add in a little pink salt, Himalayan pink salt. So that's going to be half a teaspoon. Put that in there. Put the lid on there and wait for that to come to a rolling boil. All right, let's move on to our meat. We're going to use some hamburger meat. To this hamburger meat, we're going to go ahead and get it going. We're going to put in a little Creole seasonings, a little Tony Satcher, just a little bit. We're going to use a little Martin season oil, a little cumin. That's 1/4 of a teaspoon. A little kicking chicken. And we're going to get that a mix. And then we're going to sit this to the side, okay? Let it just sit over there with those seasonings in there. While your hamburger meat is resting with the seasonings in there, go ahead and season your shrimp using the same seasonings. If you want to substitute and use something a little different, you can. You can also use a little Old Bay seasoning. That is a pretty good seasoning. I like to use that as well. All right, season those, set those over to the side. Let's go ahead and get to chopping up our vegetables that we're going to need. You're going to have some celery, onion. Sorry about that, I'm playing baseball at the stove. Bell peppers. And use as many bell peppers as you're going to want to create for yourself and for your family. You can freeze these. You can vacuum seal them and freeze them, or put them in some freezer bags and throw them in the freezer and pull them out when you're ready to eat. You're going to want to have 1 cup of finely chopped celery. Finely chopped celery. Okay, you're just going to use 1 cup. The rest of this I'm going to freeze for the next recipe. 1 chopped onion. Chopped onion. We're only going to use half of this. Put the other half in the freezer bag with the celery. We're making our Trinity mix for future reference and also for this recipe. 1 bell pepper. Half of a chopped bell pepper. Let's go ahead and prep our peppers for the stuffing. So we're going to find a nice line on our bell pepper, which this is a really good one on this one. We're going to follow that line all the way around, under. And when I get to this portion right here, I kind of like carve it out. Don't stick the knife all the way through. Don't jab, kind of go. You need a sharp knife to begin with. But don't push it through because I don't want you to cut yourself. And then you're going to open it up. You're going to have the membrane and the seeds. You're going to want to remove those, okay? Get all of that out of there because the membrane is bitter. You don't want to chew on that portion. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these up. The safest way to cut a bell pepper will be to place it on the cutting board. Find this line, the line that you want to use. Place it on this side. Cut straight through and carve. This is the safest way. Then you pull the membrane out. Wait for a focus. There we go. Pull the membrane out. Look at the little treat. We got a bell pepper inside of a bell pepper. All right, blessings do flow. That's what I'm talking about. All right, clean all of that out. Rinse the seeds out. And we're getting ready to go ahead and place our bell peppers in our boiling water. But before we do that, we already have a skillet on the back, the cast iron skillet. We're going to add some olive oil to that skillet, get it nice and hot. We're going to add in our bell pepper, celery, onion mix. Give that a nice stir. Do not add any seasoning, no salt, no pepper, no nothing to this. Just let it do its thing naturally, okay? We're going to saute those down. Not too much, but kind of al dente style. Alright, let those saute down. And then we're going to add in our bell peppers, okay? Alright, now our water has decided to join us and come to a rolling ball. We have clean bell pepper halves. So what we're going to do is place those halves in the boiling water for 3 minutes. Do not go past 3 minutes. All we're trying to do is lightly steam them. Okay? Put those in there. 3 minutes. That's all they need. 3 minutes. Okay? 3 minutes is up. Go ahead and turn that off. We're going to add a little parsley. This is fresh parsley. And when I say a little, I mean a little. Okay? Fresh parsley to our Trinity mix to get that a stir. And let it continue to saute. Okay? It's going to cook down for us. It's going to be a beautiful addition to our peppers. Okay? A beautiful addition. Alright, let's go ahead and move these peppers off of the eye that they were steaming on. And when you pull them out, they should be nice and beautiful. Lightly steamed, so they're going to have a little crunch. I ain't doing these peppers for people that I'm shipping to. So when they get ready to throw these in the oven or heat them up in the microwave or whatever however they decide to heat them up, they're going to be awesome. You can go past 3 minutes if you want to. It's just going to make them soggy. I just like to do 3 minutes and voila, we have steamed peppers. Remember, they are extremely hot. Please use your gloves, okay? We're going to discard of this water and we'll be right back. Alright, let's go ahead and get our seasoned ground beef into this pan. And tonight I'm cooking out. I'm doing 1 pot cooking. So after I finish a portion of this, I go ahead and clean it out and place the next item in it. That way I don't have a bunch of dishes to clean up tonight. You can go ahead and turn off your Trinity with parsley mix. Go ahead and just turn that off and let that just continue to sit there and steam through. We're going to add a little bit of this mix to our ground beef. A little bit more in there. Alright. Sorry for the clicking, clicking. mash out your beef in the skillet. Mash it out really good because you don't want it to be lumpy, okay? Mash it out, let it cook. You don't want any pink parts, okay? No pink, no pink. All right, now that our ground beef is almost ready, we're gonna go ahead and add in some shrimp, some of the raw shrimp. Get those in there. Get those stirred around. We're going to pour in just a little bit of chicken broth, okay? Just a little bit. Not much. Like a tablespoon. Or a little bit over. Not much, okay? We're going to crank up our heat just a little bit. We're going to get that a stir. We're going to put the lid on there so that the heat can steam through the shrimp. While that is going on, we're going to go ahead and clean our bowl out that we had our meat in and remove our Trinity mix from the skillet. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. While those steam through, once that is complete, then we're going to add in all the other ingredients that we need to add into this mixture here. So let's go ahead and get this removed. Alright, that's that. Now let's check on our mix. See what we got going on. Oh, look how pretty that is. Keep the lid off. You want some of the steam to escape, okay? The shrimp are almost complete. Wish you guys could smell how good this smells. Alright, doesn't smell like it needs any seasoning, but I am who I am, and who am I? The garlic powder queen. Yeah, baby, let's get some of that in there. Let's get a little bit of Old Bay. A quarter of a teaspoon. A quarter of a teaspoon. Do not go over that, people. You can always add seasoning to your food, but you cannot take it out. Alright, let's turn the heat off. We're going to add in now, we're going to actually take this out of this pot because the shrimp are done. They are complete. They do not need any more cooking because they're going to cook in the oven as well. Okay? Alright, we're back. We got back with a clean pot. A semi-clean skillet. The only thing that has been cooked in there is our Trinity mix. And we're going to keep that skillet just like that. And I'm going to tell you why, Charlotte. We're going to make a exciting shrimp Creole sauce to go over our peppers. So in this bowl, we have our shrimp and ground beef with the Trinity mix. To this, we're going to pour in some breadcrumbs. You could be a little generous with those breadcrumbs. Then we're going to put in a little of the grated Parmesan and Romano cheese. Just a little, people, not a whole lot. Just a little, okay? So if you're shake happy, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. All right, we're going to put in a little Parmesan with a little mozzarella mixed in. We're going to get that in there. I would say about a half a cup, okay? You can always add to it, but you cannot take out of it. To the top of our peppers, we will add in our crab. claw crab. You always, with those, you have to watch out for the shell because they have shells in those things, people. And I bit down on one and it did not feel good. So that's all right. I'm letting you guys know. I'm letting you guys know right now. All right. Look at that mixture. We already have some fresh parsley in there. Okay. But we're going to add in just a little tiny bit. Do not get trigger happy. A tiny bit of, stop the shaking, parsley, dried parsley, okay? Just a little, not a whole lot. All right, get that stirred up real good. That looks beautiful, like some spectacular stuffing. All right, let's give it a little taste. Y'all know I always go for the shrimp. How do you know what else? Everything else tastes like? Well, it got the same flavors. Oh, that is divine. Oh my God, it is so delicious. Okay. It doesn't need any seasoning. None whatsoever. All right. Turn this skillet on. And it definitely doesn't need any kick to it. It has plenty of Creole seasoning in it. It is delicious. I want to say a special thank you to everyone that wanted to be a part of my trial run of shipping out to the groceries. Thank you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. That's just a little quick special thank you. All right, let's go ahead and stuff our peppers. So to this mix, we're going to, well, not to the mix, we're going to take this mix and put it in here. Let's not be shy with those shrimp, people. Let's not be shy with those shrimp. Stuff your peppers. Let's go ahead and add our crab to the top of our stuffed peppers. This is how the peppers look before we add the crab. So we're going to add the crab and kind of press out the crab using your fingers. And the reason you want to do that, you want to feel for any shell. Because that is not a good feeling to bite down into shell, okay? Get that crab on there. And prayerfully you don't miss any. But when you serve in the public, you just warn them that may contain bits and pieces of shell. All right, do not hit that with any seasoning. What we're about to do is shake a little breadcrumb on top. Breadcrumb, breadcrumb, breadcrumb. Shake that on top. Okay. After you shake the breadcrumb on top, you're going to put in some cheese. Okay. You're going to want to sprinkle some cheese on there. Look how pretty that is. Now this has beef in it, ground beef. So if you are not a ground beef eater, this portion is not for you. But stay tuned because what I like to eat, these are the ones that I make for myself, and these are meatless meat. Okay, so they're crumbles. I use the chorizo flavor and also the regular. And they are veggie meal starters. Okay, so they're vegetarian. All right. So stay tuned. We're going to throw these in the oven, okay? All right, in the back eye, this one here, we're going to go ahead and start our shrimp Creole. So I always add in a tablespoon of flour. Give that a stir. and we're gonna brown it, okay? Just get that mixed around in there really good. Let that brown. In this skillet, we're gonna go ahead, I'm sorry guys, we're gonna turn the heat on, and we're going to go ahead and add in some of my crumbles. I like to use half a bag, depending on however many peppers you're making. A little bit goes a long ways, okay? While it is still frozen, we're gonna, because you cook this a little different, it's already cooked, so we're just heating it up to go in our peppers. We're gonna add in a tablespoon of our chicken broth. I use the less sodium, and the reason I use less sodium, I like to control the amount of salt that is going into my food, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that that's getting hot. Give that a stir. Okay. Put the lid on it. Keep stirring your Creole mix that you're beginning to give it a go. And I like to get this a little bit dark, but not as dark as my roof of my gumbo. You guys didn't even get to see this batch of gumbo, did you? Well, let me not be a rude hostess. This batch of gumbo, this gumbo is going out. Okay, this gumbo is going out to the people that ordered it. Look at that. Oh, I know you're ready. And it's ready for you. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. It is gumbo season. Alright. Let's get back over here and tend to this. Give that a stir. Keep stirring it until it turns the desired color, okay? Which we're almost there. This normally take about 8 minutes in a cast iron skillet. Alright, let that keep browning. I have it on about a 6. I'm going to turn it down to about a 5 because I don't want to burn it. Okay? Alright, while we waiting, let's keep this train moving. Alright, let's rinse off our items that we're using, our utensils. I say items, our utensils that we are using for our food. Let's go ahead and get it not only a good rinse, but put a little soap and water on that baby. A little soap and a little water. Alright. Let's keep going. Because I'm going to use those again. And look at that. Alright. Now we're going to add in some of our Trinity mix. We're not going to waste it. We're going to put that over here. Nothing goes to waste. We cook everything. We use it all. Unless it's burnt. If it is burned up, baby, we don't want it. Alright, let that keep browning. Alright, give it a stir. Add in some shrimp. Shrimp. You gotta save some for our shrimp Creole. Alright. Give it a stir. Put the lid on it and let that permeate. Alright, and steam through those shrimp. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's get on this back eye right here. I know this is how some of you guys make your roux. This is a nice little version of making a roux. But we're not going dark on this because this is shrimp Creole sauce that we're going to put over our stuffed peppers. Sorry about that. I kicked you guys. Alright, now, next thing we're about to add to this, we're going to use the rest of this chicken broth up. And we're going to add in, get your whisk out, because you're going to need to whisk this, a little heavy whipping cream, okay? Whisk. While that's doing this thing, you're going to go ahead and try to get all the lumps out of the flour. Don't worry about the vegetables. The flour is what you are concerned with. Start adding in your chicken broth. Keep whisking. Turn the heat up. And whisk. Okay? Add in more chicken broth. And whisk. We're going to add in a little bit of water, and I do say just a little. That's good, about a cup. And that was probably a half a cup. Let's go with a full cup. All right. Stir. The more liquid you add, the better, because it just adds volume to it. That's all. It just gives you more. Okay. That's all it does. Let that start boiling a little bit because you want it to thicken up. You're going to add in a teaspoon of Creole seasoning, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then you're going to give that a mix. Give that a mix. Let it come to a boil. When it comes to a boil, then you're going to add the shrimp in there, okay? But in the meanwhile, in between time, this should be ready to go. Well, look right here. It is. Turn that off, okay? It no longer needs to cook. We have a few shrimp in there that needs to steam through. Put the lid back on there. Let it continue to do what it needs to do. Move your peppers over because you're getting ready to fill those. We got all of the flour lumps out of there. Give that a taste test. Always use a clean spoon. It's nowhere near ready to serve because it's still liquidy, but you want to taste it. Oh, it's perfect. When I say perfect, I mean literally perfect. A tablespoon of the Creole seasoning, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I mean, it's perfect. With the Trinity mix and the fresh parsley, it is freaking perfect. Come on, people. Come on, people. All right, there we go. They are ready. Yes, they are. All right, because we're not going to mess up another bowl, we're going to go ahead and use this pot because we're not cooking anything else in there. All right, add some breadcrumbs. Get on a nice little stir. Stir that up. Add in a little more breadcrumb. Give that a stir. Alright. And a little broth. Just a tiny bit, okay? Add in our cheese. And why am I going more generous on these? Because basically, it's probably the ones because I'm eating them. Silly girl, silly girl. Oh, that looks pretty. Alright, we're going to give it a little shake of the fresh dried parsley. Stop shaking. That's all you need. Stop shaking. Alright. Let's go ahead and stuff our peppers. Let's do this. Alright. It's nice and cheesy. You see that? How that cheese is just stringing along. Cheesy. Cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. I'm excited for lunch tomorrow, man. I'm going to be eating freaking good. Like a queen supposed to eat. The breadcrumbs, I don't think they make it that healthy, but they don't make it that, you know, they don't make them that bad either, but I'm telling you now, I'm gonna be eating so good tomorrow. So good. No shrimp, no cheese. I'm stuffing them because I don't want anything wasted. So you fill those peppers up. I'll continue to do this and we'll be back. These are the beef one right out of the oven. Look how pretty they are. It's a good meal right here. Alright, our sauce is thickened up, so we're going to go ahead and add in our shrimp. See how nice and thick that has gotten? Go ahead and add the shrimp in. Leave the juice out as much as possible. You don't need that juice, okay? Because it's already seasoned. You don't want to add the juice and make it even spicier. Alright, maybe you might. I don't know. I ain't eating your food. Until I have to eat your food. You feel me? Alright. Oh. Oops-a-daisy. Clean that off. Grab another and keep it moving. Alright. Let those steam in that sauce, because that sauce is going to be beautiful over our peppers. Alright, next. This is what we have for our meat substitute pepper. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Sorry, going out of order. We're going to add, when I say very little, breadcrumb to this, because we have enough breadcrumb in the filling. We don't want them to be dry. So we're going to add some cheese to the top. And it already has the crab on it. So we're going to throw those in the oven for 5 minutes, okay? Just 5 minutes. It doesn't need to go past 5 minutes. Actually, you could probably do 3 minutes. It's just enough to melt the cheese. No more than that, just enough to melt the cheese. Alright, let's check on our sauce. It's almost ready. Alright, there you guys have it. A perfect meal for your family. Shrimp Creole sauce made from scratch right here at your own house. Y'all ready to plate this? I'm so... You guys have no idea how excited I am about this. Alright, we're going to put a pepper onto the plate. And then we're going to put a little Creole sauce on there. Let this thicken up just a little bit more. I would. We're going to turn that heat back up. I want that a little bit thicker, okay? Let that go a little bit longer. But there you have it. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Stuffed bell pepper with a shrimp Creole sauce. Serve this to your family. They will thank you for it. See you next time.